And CBS This Morning co-host Charlie Rose is with us now. Thanks so much for joining us. Those crowds are unbelievable. What was it like to experience it firsthand?
It was extraordinary. I have to say, in all honesty, I had to come right before the concert took place. I saw Diplo and then went to the airport around 4:30 in order to get back here for the Nancy Reagan program that we did yesterday. But for me, it was an extraordinary week. Diplo asked me to come and join him on this tour, and I thought, my God, because he and I had done a number of interviews before. It was extraordinary to watch the enthusiasm on the streets for this. They began to stream in there, and they thought maybe 30, 40,000 people might come. 400,000. Young people, enthusiastic, bonded by music that transcends boundaries.
Yeah, I'm looking at the crowd, and we have an idea that if you're in Cuba, you just don't have access to a lot of pop culture. It's heavily regulated, but it seems like a lot of people in that crowd knew the words and knew them.
Yeah. What's interesting too is that there are a lot of young Cuban who were doing electronic dance music, and he met with them. We have some footage of that in which he met and talked with them, and there was a common bond between them, and they were kind of the lead act before he came on.
Tell us a little bit about what it was like driving around in the convertible with Diplo.
Well, pictures. I mean, he and Diplo could have been anyone. I mean, Diplo was simply enjoying it the same way I was enjoying it. It was my third trip to Cuba. His first, he had one other trip as well. And the fact that this is a big week, a big month in Cuba. In March, he comes, President Obama comes, the Rolling Stone come. All began by Diplo's appearance by a group that's going to do a series of concerts there in Havana. It was like wonderful because the convertible gives you plenty of time to look out. The weather was warm and sunny. And looking around, you saw some of the houses. You see how the ocean is there. I mean, it is really an extraordinary thing, and it's changing, and it's happening, and everybody knows it. There's a flood of tourists already coming in. All kinds of people who want to do business in Cuba are beginning to come in. You know the change is going to be economic at first, and then a growing sense of cultural communication. And then the political change will take its own pace. Make no mistake, the Cuban government is in charge of everything.
Okay, so speaking of that, you asked him about whether or not they had, set songs they were going to play, or do they improvise? And it occurred to me that this is almost the perfect type of music for this sort of thing, because it's driven by the music, not by the lyrics.
By the beat rather than by the song.
Right, so there's perhaps less opportunity to make a misstep with a lyric that may offend somebody.
Exactly.
But I'm wondering, is that something they considered when they were choosing the songs? That they might,
I think they decided their choice had to do with what they thought would be most popular. I don't think they felt any sense of censorship about what they were doing. And clear they were moved by the crowd. I can't wait to catch up with him again, because he flew out on Monday morning early, was going to Los Angeles and then doing some stuff in Las Vegas. But it was such a success. There was no negative about it at all in terms of how culture connects. And this place that's changing before our eyes.
Music plays such an important role, and it really transcends generations, and it's universal.
Absolutely.
It really is.
I mean, he was in Pakistan. He's been all around, and this electronic dance music is happening, and it is the music of young people who really love to be up and dancing and moving.
Yeah, when you mentioned all the traveling, 300 days a year, I thought, geez, he should look a lot more exhausted. He doesn't see, he looks great.
But they also make a ton of money, too.
Yeah, I bet.
Electronic dance music artists make lots of money.
Charlie Rose, thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you.